Hello, all my Phantom friends. Ghost X Feared here, and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Ugh, hiccups there. Today I'm going to be covering and reviewing the other Tier 10 American Heavy, the T57 Heavy. Okay, this is the Tier 10 Heavy autoloader. Alright, so let's go over some things here. So it's a 120 millimeter gun with a 25-second reload, but with good crew skills and vents and stuff like that, you can get it down to a decent reload. You have 4 shots in your clip. Your depression's 8 degrees, which is pretty basic, and then your interclip reload is 2 seconds. Okay, so that's not bad. And let's see the ammunition. So you do about 400 average damage per shell. And your pen is 256, 58, somewhere like that, I think. Let me check. 258 standard pen. And you get about 7.74 rounds a minute. Your accuracy is 0.35, which isn't really bad at all. Your aim time is 2.9 seconds, so that's a little harsh on the aim time. As far as the armor goes, your thickest part of your armor is your beak here. There's frontal beaks. If anybody hits you in that part, it is also rounded like a bowl-shaped type. So that's, you're going to get some pretty good ricochets off of that. Your next one is pretty much your gun. And then small little plates, which, I mean, people don't really hit. Your cheekbones and your upper hull are 190 millimeters. Your mantlet is 177, 152, 139. So, you know, as we go, you can see that it gets a lot less. So your upper hull and your side cheeks are 127 millimeters of armor. Your lower plate is 114 millimeters, but at a decent size angle. So if you notice here, though, the armor is very, very weirdly shaped for the turret. The whole armor is really rounded, so it makes for a troll-type armor. It really does. It makes for a troll-type armor. You can do some pretty magnificent bounces with this type of armor. With your weakest part of your armor, let's see, so your inner workings are 100 millimeters. Turret ring is 194 millimeters. Underneath your skull, like a head, it's 76. This is your side armor. In the front, 63. The bottom-ish back side is 59. So, you know, as you can see, it gets lower and lower and lower. Of course, your upper top of your turret's 50 millimeters. That's pretty standard. Your gun is 50 millimeters. Your side hull is 44 millimeters, and your upper hull, bottom, your rear is 27 millimeters. Your upper on top of your tank is 25 millimeters. Your tracks are 20 millimeters, and your turret ring is 12 millimeters. So, I mean, yeah. As you can see, really, really troll armor. And what I would do in this tank for equipment, definitely enhanced gun lane drive, because the the aim time is 2.9 seconds, so that's pretty long aim time. So this will reduce that. And then vents, which will improve everything in your tank as far as crew skills go by 5%. And then for the last one, maybe coated optics, because the view range isn't the greatest. Otherwise, vertical stabilizer would be pretty handy. Just that actually turn moving, but normally, you know. And then, or a large spool liner, I think, would be another one you could use pretty consistently. But anyway, I think that's enough about the tank. Let's get stuck into a battle or two. So this is one of those tanks that people see you and they're pretty scared. They fear your sheer output of damage, which you can unload the T57 Heavy, I do believe, within 6 seconds of the first shot. So that's pretty impressive. Yes. And with 400 average damage a shell, that's pretty devastating. Now, I'm not too keen about this map, especially with this type of tank. Definitely not my first choice. Yeah. But we're gonna work with what I got. I think my reload, because I've got a decent crew in this, and I've got the vertical or not the vertical stabilizers, but the vents. My reload is, I think, about 22 seconds.
Our mission is to capture and hold the
So I've dropped it down quite a bit from 25 seconds to 22. So I do like this tank. Does some serious work. This is some serious damage. And it leaves people pretty hurt. Yep, 22.93 second reload. Okay, so a light tank, not a surprise there. He's got 2 other light tanks to deal with. So I think I'm gonna make my way towards C3, hopefully. You are not the fastest of heavies. Where the Americans go, and your armor is not the greatest, though it can, you know, do some seriously good bounces and lucky shots, but your armor overall is not real good. Here's this field push here, and they have an artillery stopped 261. So that's a pretty devastating artillery with a decent rate of fire. Actually, the best tier 10 artillery rate of fire there is. But enough about other tanks. Let's get focused on this tank. So hopefully I'm going to be able to show you the sheer firepower this big beast has. Shot.
They've spotted us.
That's what they need those guys.
Focus attention here. Enemies got us in their sights. That got him.
The sweet spot. Alright, so we're gonna reload. We're gonna let our team know that we're reloading here. And I'm sure that, you know, by tier 10, I'm sure that you're counting shells. Which you should be. You should be counting your shells. Or other autoloader shells. That's pretty important.
Ready to fire.
Got a bounce there. That's pretty good. Bounce to 2. I'll do 277, so that's pretty lucky. Alright. Oh, my ally went. So we're gonna support him by keeping these guys off his tail. Let the artillery do its work. Some good bounces now. him. I fixed my gun because we're already not very accurate. It's okay, I got a few shots in, did 1600 damage. What could I have done better? Maybe falling back a little bit more inside this divot here to my left. But we were pretty outgunned and outnumbered here. They have 2 7.9Es. We only had 1. I think right at the bat I should have been more aggressive and pushed up with that IS-7 just around this corner over here. I should have pushed up with him to begin with, but I am not the fastest, so that could have resulted in me losing a lot of hit points right there too. But that could have been something I could have done differently. But you know, we got a lot of tank destroyers that could have been backing us on that other side, and they were not. All these tank destroyers over here, though they are in a good spot, they could have been somewhere else. Supporting us, but they were not. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's getting off. I don't think he's even there anymore. Yeah, these tank destroyers, they can't really do much against what's left. I mean, they don't have the view range to spot what's out there. Why they're just getting shot randomly, because they're getting attacked by 2 light tanks most likely, and we don't have any light tanks left, and the artillery of course can't spot for him, so this Yank commander is just gonna get ripped off. I mean, he's bouncing a lot of shells, he's bouncing quite a bit, but the 57 Heavy on their team's doing pretty good. He's got 3 kills. This artillery can do nothing but wait for his demise. Which is pretty much what he's doing, it looks like. It doesn't look like he's doing anything. Looks like he has given up. Which never is the course of action I would suggest. I mean, yeah, you know what, if you're gonna lose, fine. But, I mean, go out with a fight of some sort, or, you know, do something, you know, to show that you're not just gonna give up like the medium and that artillery. So overall, I lost some money. Lost 3,000 with premium. But I did finish third on the board. Probably due to my... I guess I don't know why I finished third. But I put 2 shells into him, 1 shell into him. You know, that's a low roll. This one here is a pretty low roll for 400 average damage, and I only hit for 379. That's a pretty low roll. And that's a pretty high roll. So I guess it's a trade versus trade. Because 571 damage is pretty high. Pretty high damage. Well, let's just get stuck into some more, man. We'll get into another battle. Because that battle didn't go the greatest. And sometimes that's just how it goes. That is just how it goes in the world of tanks. Sometimes your battles go well, and sometimes they don't. That is the RNG for you. That is the meta. Especially if your team, you know, is outgunned or making poor decisions. I mean, that is all going to play a part in how your game goes. Not that one player couldn't make a difference, but this is a very, very team-based game, and as you can see, there isn't a ton of teamwork that goes on in this game unless you're with a platoon. Like our 4 platoon with the 2 VKs and the email 1. That's a pretty solid platoon. Alright, what do they got? They got an E100, which is meh, not too big of a threat, but the CCTP could be a pretty significant threat. T92 with 2 marks, very, very nice. I hopefully will get tons of support from him. So my game plan is to go to the H line, essentially, go all the way over to H9, H8, somewhere around there. I'm going to back up my other autoloader friend over here. And my other autoloader friend. We'll be the autoloader gang, and we're going to stick together. We're back home as best I can. Looks like we got some tank destroyers coming. Death Star and E4, so we have a pretty strong flank as it sits right now. The only problem I foresee is there's tanks going left. And we don't have many tanks. We got a lot of mediums going left. Simil 1 was nice enough to wait for us. Because I think he only does an average about 360 damage, so that's not a ton. And I think he's still got 4 shells. What is their artillery? Yeah, there's his bad chat. We gotta push. Yeah, I'll push with you. I'll push with you because I think we've got the backup to...
Enemies got us in their sights.
Oh, come on, a little lag on that.
Cracked and damaged. That's gotta hurt. Looks like that one went right through.
Alright, we're on reload, so we're gonna back up. Let the Death Star cousin get up there.
They spotted us.
The E50M there was a little worried. Wasn't quite sure if I was loaded or not.
Loaded and ready.
Now,
Shot bounce going.
yeah, and he's going to ram me, which was a poor decision on his part.
Went right through.
Because I'm gonna kill him.
Here, right on.
There we go. Ooh, wow, that's quite a bit of enemies behind us here. I'm gonna let my email that I'm reloading. But he's doing some... Oof.
Enemies looking right at
That
us.
60 TP decided to put a good shell into his side. Hopefully I can catch him. Oh, I wasted that shell. Good job by that Death Star, though, for taking him out. I'm gonna put one shell into this Carnivon, hopefully. Shot at somebody else. Hopefully I will repair that in time.
Enemy artillery got a bead on us.
I'm not about to be stuck by that artillery, so we'll fall back a little bit. We're gonna head back. We're gonna head back to defend the base because
Reloaded. Got him.
alright. So I'm not gonna sit on 2 shells, I'm gonna reload. And I'm gonna tell our team to defend the base. Hopefully most of them fall back. This is not something the 2 of us want to go into because I am at half health. Though I do have hit points, they do still have quite a plethora of tier 10s that are pretty devastating. Although if I can catch your E100 out in the open, I can probably kill him.
Enemies got us in their sights. That one went right through.
There we go. That's what we wanted to see there.
Cracked up. Let's go.
So I have 3 shells left. I am going to sit on these shells though, I think. No, I should be reloading. I'm going to reload. Actually, I'm going to reload because I should have plenty of time. I think our artillery should hopefully fire at these guys to stop the cap. Oh, looks like he nailed one of them pretty good. Our Death Star should be able to get up there. One of them's got off now. Death Star missed.
Capture
this is gonna be close.
Destroyed.
Oh, there we go. Death Star has stopped the cap, and hopefully I'm gonna save the Death Star's life.
We finished him off.
Excuse me, guys.
Friendly vehicle destroyed.
Oh, come on.
That one bound.
That was probably my last clip of the game. We're gonna reload it anyway. We're gonna go try to track down their Artie. Because that's the only tank left on their team.
She's loaded.
Their Batchat Artie. It has got one kill. If I were the Artie, I would probably be up at B0 or A0. Somewhere around in there. But the Batchat Tier 10 artillery, which is what we're hunting currently, is the fastest Tier 10 artillery. So he could very well be anywhere on this map. He could be back capping us. He could be running through our cap at this very moment and trying to cap us out. Now, the likelihood of that happening is not very likely because we're not very far away, and he is only one tank. But he is fast, so he can very well evade us. We didn't spread too easily. Did just spot him though. So now we know where he is. And I think he's gonna run right into me. And there we go. We got the kill.
Great job, man.
And there you go. And luckily I didn't have to aim that. I could just put my reticle on him and shoot. That is a little bit of a risky move, but when he's moving as fast as he was, which you could see, I could have very easily missed. Luckily I still had 2 more shells to take him with. So as you can see, second class badge, which, you know, I think I've already mastered this tank, so it's not a big deal. Mark of Excellence, I've only still got 1. I got 4 tanks destroyed with 3,466 damage. 390 blocks, so that's not a ton, but I got 1,000 assisted damage, so that's pretty good. 11 penetrations, 4 detected, second on the board. Our E4 did really good, so shout out to that guy. For getting 5,000 damage, so that's good for him. I hit the Type 61 with 1 shot, killing him. Spotted him. Shot him 5 times for 16, 18. Killing his driver and killing him and tracking him. The artillery I shot twice for 490 damage. Damaging his ammo rack, damaging his fuel tank, damaging his turret, and killing him. I spotted him, got an assist on him, and I got 1,000 assisted damage on the 60 TP. I shot the E100 once for 371 damage, crippling his engine, so that's good. The Batchat I shot him once for 362 to save the Death Star's life, and the Krang Von I shot for 433. So, overall, 57 Heavy. Is it a tank you should go for? Yes. Yes. But just be mindful, the line for the 57 Heavy is light tanks till tier 8. Okay? So just be mindful of that. Well, actually, let me just show you. Let me just show you the line to get to the 57 Heavy. Real quick. Alright. Do I want to buy that? I already have it, so no thank you. Takes. So, the line to the 57 Heavy starts... Oh, which one is it now? Which one is it? It's right here. Starts at the M7, goes to the T21, which I had a real hard time with the T21. Ugh. I really did not enjoy that tank. The next one is the T71, which I did thoroughly enjoy. That is a 6-shot autoloader, incredibly fast. That's a fun tank. The T69 is a 4-shot autoloader. That is when you become a medium, finally, is a tier 8, and I did really enjoy the T69. The next one is the T54-1, which you are still just a medium. From what I remember, and I think it's been changed now because it's been such a long time, but I think it used to be only a 3-shot. I think it is a 4-shot now, and it didn't do as much damage, and I think that has been changed as well. It's been a very, very long time since I've played the T54-1. I did not enjoy it. I really did not. I felt so, and the reload was so long at the time. Like I said, it very well could have changed now. I think it's been buffed since. But, so I'd give this tank another try. And that's the tier 9, and then the tier 10 is the 57 Heavy. So, is it worth going for? Yes. Yes, I do think so. Very much so. Hopefully this video was enough to prove that to you guys. And that's going to do it for my video today. So make sure you like and comment. Let me know what you think of this tank. Because I love it. I think it's just a beast. It's dangerous. And people fear it. So make sure you subscribe. Go follow my Twitter page at GhostXFeared only. Follow me on there to become a Phantom today on both channels. Be sure to do that. Let me know what you think of this tank. And if you have any suggestions on other tank you want me to review, be sure to put that in my comments. And I will see all of you in the next one.